This is my personal statement that got me into University College London, King's College London, and the University of Manchester. My mother's words, "Films helped me raise my children," sparked my keen interest in education. I used to think that education only took place in the classroom at school. However, looking back, I realized that the films I was exposed to in my childhood shaped my current ethical and moral values just as much as the classes in school did. My keen interest in films and visual arts brought me to create my own foray into expressing my thoughts to the public. Last year, I directed a short film featuring math and LGBTQ+. It was nominated for the Short Shorts Film Festival in Asia 2021, an international film festival accredited by the Academy Awards. My short film has been screened at venues in Tokyo and local schools and was lauded by many critics. Apart from making my own movies, I also engaged in various artistic activities including piano, choral music, and theater. Follow for part 2. This is my personal statement part 2. With widespread access to the internet and social networking services, children nowadays receive significant impact from films, animations, and YouTube videos in everyday life. Additionally, exposure to society and diverse cultures can also influence their mental development. This led me to be genuinely curious about the process of children's development through their interactions with society, both in and out of school. I want to be able to explore the limits and limitlessness of education, and to what extent educators can be involved in developing the child's mind. In my A2 English study, child language acquisition fascinated me. Vygotsky's theory made me realize that children's cognitive development requires educators' appropriate guidance and direction. Last year, my AA Psychology explored learning approaches in psychology. I found Bandura's social learning theory, in which children learn by imitating the behavior of a model person, very intriguing. I consider that not only behavior, but also the ethical and moral views of the educator might subconsciously influence the child. I believe that the ability to critically evaluate human behavior and social phenomena, which I developed through my studies in psychology, will be a great advantage in my university studies. This is my personal statement, part 3. Outside of school, reading Issues in Education by Yoshiyuki Konomi et al. Made me ponder the challenges of education in Japan. The issue is that in Japan, children are positioned to be guided in their learning in and out of school, including moral education, and there is little freedom for the children's voluntary independent learning. Understanding the idea that educators must also be artistic, explained by Steiner Education Theory and Practice by Gilbert Giles, made me reaffirm the art's enormous contribution to nurturing children's mind, especially their creativity. Japanese education tends to place little emphasis on arts education and encourages passive absorption of knowledge, while Western education promotes arts education and nurtures students' independence. These different approaches to the development of children stimulated my interest in the differences in educational methods around the world. This is my personal statement, part 4. To gain experience in education, I have established my own language classes and also work as a teacher for a major online English language company, teaching students of all ages from children to 70 years old who live around the world. In the course of teaching, I have found that using dance, music, and films to engage each student's interest in the class is effective in motivating and helping them learn. The experience of being able to explore and practice my own way of involving children makes me the best person to study education. I truly enjoyed making the most of my exposure to the arts to engage with my students, and while I was praised highly for my accomplishments, I think the true joy lay in the knowledge that I have positively impacted someone's life and the world as a whole. This is only the opening credits to my movie of becoming a world-class educator.